inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. You know, when these two first met in 1899, both schools were located in Waco. Of course, TCU eventually relocated, and relocating the Frogs in the conference realignment race over the years has stoked the fires of this rivalry.
And it's weird because Reese covered that game. And I know that because he was the sideline reporter. It was a 0-0 tie. Yes, both teams from the same region, so a lot on the line. We've seen some excitement with these rivalry games, and with this matchup, Jesse, I'm excited about today.
Me too, and I think when you think about Texas football, everyone's always talking about Texas versus Texas A&M. Don't forget about Baylor TCU. These fan bases do not like each other, and the action on the field seemingly always delivers.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Using his legs, it's Barnes. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Hoover. To grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. He's going for it all. Hits him in stride at the 10. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
Wants to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to bull his way in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back end.
And the Bears backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. From the gun, the ground game.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Fires it incomplete.
I wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
Nestles it in at the 35. Slips through the line. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. On the run, still looking. Catch in the middle, it's McAllister. Finds a crease at the 20. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Makes the catch. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Horned Frogs line it up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
But it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driving for the goal line, loose football. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Back to pass, it's Hoover. They got him! It's a sack! Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and they'll get nothing.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive, you want to get touchdowns, you don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this, well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
The hand to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Cameron. Right down the gut of the field. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Baylor!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Release to the back. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Direct snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Robertson. The throw to the outside is complete.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Bears want to crank the tempo. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Hawkins.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Caught over the middle. It's Prentice. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Unleashes one. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
The Bears are facing 3rd and inches. Caught near the sticks. It's Prentice. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. The 20. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, TCU.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Prentice. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw. It's Robertson. Flushed out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then
snags it on the right, turning it on. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete to the left. Touchdown Bears! And that one will give them the lead. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Plucks it out of the air. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Buys a little time. He's going to run it. Crosses the 45. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Got room on the return. 10. Touchdown, Baylor! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
What an incredible Incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point,
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bears! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Lee, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality